Hello, everybody. I'm Scotty, and welcome to Scotty's Toy Box. I guess I should say just pull up a chunk of that there internet while we still have it. Because the way things are going, it's not looking good. You do realize that every other developed country in the world has a much better, faster, and cheaper internet than the US does. Of course, that's just like their healthcare systems. Better, faster, much better results, and a lot cheaper. So you have to ask yourself, what is the difference between them and us? Well, it comes right down to runaway capitalism. No restrictions. Hey, you're dying of thirst? I can sell you a dollar bottle of water at $40. You gotta pay, right? Or you're gonna die. That's the situation we're in. I remember back when, and this is interesting, they were getting ready to sell off all the unused bands of frequencies when all of the companies were forced by the government to go digital. That left a huge spectrum. Many companies, at least 3 that I know of, that's not many I realize, but at least 3 I know of, tried to buy them with the idea of providing a country-wide high-band internet service. And then they would go to a higher tier of internet service and charge for that. But the low-band internet good enough to stream 4K movies and that, was going to be free to everybody in the country. Well, our government couldn't have that. I remember the debates and the arguments because I was on the side of we have to have internet. You can't get a job these days without internet. And it also goes that you can't get a job without a cell phone. Isn't that weird? But, so, what happened? Our government sold the frequencies to AT&T and Verizon and other big corporations. Screw the people in the country. What do they do for the politicians? They don't give big frickin' donor checks. That's why we have to have a progressive movement. Get money out of politics. Get politicians working for the people again. So, all right, let me take a drink. Sorry about hitting the mic there. The setup is a little winky. My meds and everything make me so dry mouth. I just need a kind of an intravenous fluid drop into my old orifice here. Anyway, so the point being, we're getting screwed by our government because of money. We've become an oligarchy. We are not a democracy. We're not a country of the people for the people. Right now, it's all working for the upper class donors. Look, 92% of the country wants reasonable gun laws, like background checks. They want that. And we're not getting it. 92%. 70-something% wants a universal health care, whether it be Medicare for all or whatever. We're hardly breaking through the mainstream media. Do you know the mainstream media takes more corporate money and therefore denies or downplays the positions that people want. Education funding. That is scoring in the 80s in the country. Why don't we have it? We are the people. We are the country. But we don't have it because of corporations, because of oligarchs, and because of bought politicians. We don't have it because we are not a country of the people, by the people. We are an oligarch. We have to get money out of the system. Whether we do it by changing how long the election system is, whether we do it by limiting funding, but most importantly, we have to overturn Citizens United, which said, well, of course corporations are people, until it becomes that they are responsible for what they do. Oh, no, not then. But yes, as far as giving to candidates and that, they're great people. Okay, so the hypocrisy of that just boggles my frickin' mind. All right, so now moving on to something else. What would, in the future, we like to talk about? Well, most of my focus is on politics and intellectualism towards supernatural. I'm not a big one to believe in the supernatural. Hey, if you can prove to me that it works, that it's there, well, I'll start listening to you. But if all you have is a vagary, oh, well, I heard this from the other person, it's like, it's like UFOs. Unidentified flying objects does not mean you saw a flying saucer. A little bit there misleading on terms. But the idea, if you think UFOs exist, if unidentified flying saucers, if you think alien craft has hit the earth, if you think those people are with us today, provide evidence. I'm open to hearing of it. But nobody does because the evidence is not there. I've given up on flat earth. I tried to argue with those people. It's just frickin' stupid. And I do the same with anti-vaxxers. I have tried to talk reasonably with them. They don't want to hear anything but their own voice. The facts are there. Vaccines are safe. They are studied extremely well, and they work. Why do you think all of the major diseases that in the 50s and the 60s were such a problem were almost eradicated? Didn't bother us for 50 frickin' years until the anti-vax movement came up. And where do you think the anti-vax movement is getting its funding? It's a few very wealthy people, and they have their own agendas. So, you want to destroy a society, destroy its health. Just saying. We have enemies out there. We shouldn't be letting them dictate our health policy. Okay, let's see. One last thing I'd like to talk about. Sorry, I get so dry mouth. I would like to talk about knife sharpening. Why, you ask, does that have anything to do with our lives? Because it has to do with my life. Sorry, it's my channel. I talk about things that are interesting to me. So, a little while ago, I got a brand new knife sharpener. I do all our own home knives and that, and I had an older one, had 4 channels. Well, and that one broke down, and I was looking to get a new one, and I found this really nice Chef's Choice, and it does so much more. So I spent most of my morning beveling and that our kitchen knives, to the point that I got myself into so much pain that I couldn't function, couldn't work. I had to stop what I was doing, put everything away, and that. But it's really a great machine, and the knives are like, oh my God, they're better than brand new. If you'd like information on that, let me know. Okay, I'm Scotty. This is Scotty's Toy Box. I'm glad you're here. I'm going to do some more of these ramblings because I don't think that I'm smarter than anybody else. I just want to have my say. And quite frankly, with these old arthritic fingers and that, it's a heck of a lot easier than typing. Loves and hugs to everybody. I look forward to talking to you in the comments or doing more of these videos. Be well. Have a great, wonderful new year. Bye-bye.